Am I in the video? Hello and welcome to another video. So today I am going to talk about what am I going to talk about? YouTube modular synth videos about modular synth on YouTube and YouTube as a platform. So I've been making these videos for almost a year now, these kind of talking videos, but prior to that I did make a lot of videos where I was just playing music, and I still do that a little bit, but not so much because the talking videos seem to have taken over quite a bit. And yeah, I love YouTube. I really do love YouTube, and I really enjoy making these videos, but I also kind of have a little bit of a problem with YouTube and the way it works. And this is, this is nothing new, I guess. Many people will have similar frustrations, I'm sure. But yeah, this is kind of like what I would like to talk about in this video today. Hey there, if you are enjoying these videos and you are enjoying the weird and wonderful world of modular synthesis, then please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It just lets the algorithm know that I'm not sat here muttering to myself in this room full of cables for no reason. And of course, if you would like to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon, the link is in the description. There's not an awful lot on there at the moment, but it is growing and it is filling up. You can kind of think of it as like an exclusive minimalist modular experience. But generally, your support is very much appreciated. It keeps the patch cables untangled and the ideas flowing. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot. But let's get back to the video, shall we? Cheerio. So, yeah, YouTube. So recently, I have reached the point on this channel where I am now monetized, fully monetized. So I've got the required number of subscribers and the required number of watch hours, which means that I can now start earning money from the ad revenue. Now, I got the subscribers. I don't know the number of subscribers. You need 1,000 subscribers, and I think I hit that just before Christmas. And then you need 4,000 hours of watch time, and I hit that just about a month ago. So if you are somebody who's interested in that sort of thing, maybe you've got your own YouTube channel and you haven't reached monetization yet. It is possible. You just got to keep going. Why was there such a big gap between? Almost 6 months between the number of subscribers and the number of hours for me? Well, that was because I'd been doing this channel for quite a while and I'd already got about 400 subscribers, and then I didn't do anything for a year or a couple of years, and so the watch time had dropped back down to a very small amount. So with the hours, the watch time, I was starting from scratch again and having to build that up all the way to 4,000. Whereas with the subscribers, I'd already got 400 subscribers, in the bag, so to speak. So I wasn't starting from scratch with the subscribers. So I managed to get to that monetization level on the subscribers much more quickly. Okay, anyway, what does any of this have to do with anything? Well, and I should say, this video is not meant as any sort of criticism of any type of video that other people might make, because everyone will do whatever they feel comfortable and happy and is right for them to do. And I'm not by any means saying that somebody should do something one way or somebody else should do something a different way, or one type of video is better or anything like that. This is just sort of a discussion, I guess, around my own sort of frustrations or reflection about YouTube, which I still think is one of the best platforms that if you are a modular synth artist, or even just a musician in general, you should be doing stuff on YouTube if you want people to, I don't know, engage with your music. So what some of the observations that I've made, and I guess that slowly, unintentionally, the type of videos that I've been doing recently has kind of slowly morphed a little bit, and the result of that is that I'm now seeing a sort of drop in the number of views that I get. So before Christmas, I was getting quite a lot of views, into the thousands of views for each video, and I think that was because a lot of the videos were related specifically to gear, where I was talking about particular types of gear, particularly like rings and clouds and so on. I can't remember what some of the other videos were now, but those were videos that were, to a certain extent, and I kind of knew this at the time, I think, they might be sort of kind of like controversial in the fact that I might have been making some kind of statement that some people would agree with and some people definitely wouldn't agree with, which kind of would drive a little bit of engagement. And then more recently, I think the videos that I've been making are more positive, for one, and more about creativity and how to build your own creativity and so on. And I guess maybe more helpful to people out there. I would like to hope so, anyway. And the result of that sort of subtle shift, which has not really been intentional, but I guess it's just what's happened, sort of moving away from talking about gear and moving more towards talking about creativity and creative practice and using your modular and so on, has definitely seen a decline in the number of views that I get. What's interesting is that the subscribers are going up more and more, and the number of comments and engagements that I get from the people who do view the videos are more positive, which suggests that the people who are viewing the videos are enjoying the videos, but there's just not so many people watching the videos as there was in the past. So that's fine, because I think it's kind of reaching a point where I'm sort of finding a place where I sit on YouTube, and maybe it's not in that sort of gear focused realm. That's not to say that I won't ever talk about gear ever again, but yeah, that's definitely something that I think I'm kind of naturally shying away from. And of course, this I guess is the gripe that I have. And at the end of the day, YouTube rewards spectacle. It rewards videos. It rewards videos that are gear focused, because that's the sort of industry that exists, and it doesn't matter whether it's modular synth or guitar or whatever. People want to buy stuff, people want to know what that stuff is, they want to watch their videos, there's constant churn of new gear coming out, and so if you're in that space of doing gear focused videos, then there's always going to be a lot more available viewers, I guess, for that type of thing, and it creates a kind of feedback loop, whereas you get more viewers, YouTube pushes it out more, and so on and so on and so on. And so so there is this sort of pressure, I guess, to create videos that on a regular basis that are going to kind of grab attention in some way, create some kind of spectacle or reaction from the audience. And I sometimes feel that is not necessarily what supports creativity or what supports development as artists and so on. But also I think it kind of serves or it can in some way serve as a barrier to people who are new to modular synth. If you're coming into this crazy modular world, and a lot of the videos that you're watching are, expensive walls of modules, with, amazing things going on, you know, or some sort of spectacle of craziness where, you know, I don't know, I can't think of any examples now, then, you know, that might be like slightly intimidating for somebody who's a new modular synth artist, and you know, they're going to think, well, what can I do with my, you know, tiny little case and a few small modules? This maybe isn't for me because I don't have the money to build a crazy thing like that. You know, and I don't think there are so many resources now as around for people starting out with modular. You know, if you go onto YouTube and you type in like beginner's guide to modular or something, there'll be a few videos that come up, but they're quite old. You know, quite a few years old, probably, you know, sort of pre-pandemic. You know, pre-2020. It's not to say that they're not relevant anymore, but there's so much stuff has kind of moved on, and you know, I feel like the modular synth landscape has kind of progressed a little bit, but still, you know, those videos which are sort of geared towards beginners are not necessarily moving along as well. It's still just the same, you know, handful of videos that will come up in search results. And you know, it is part of the thing. If you're gonna do YouTube, you gotta be on board with the fact that you are gonna have to put out content consistently. You can't just put out a video once and then, you know, maybe like 3 months later put out another video, whatever. You've got to keep putting out videos, and so that, again, you know, sometimes that might encourage, I guess, the constant output of material at the expense of exploring ideas more deeply. You know, if I could just do one video a month and spend, you know, the whole of that month making that one video, it will probably be a much more interesting video and have you know, greater production values or whatever. I could do a lot more research, background research into the video than just doing a video once a week. You know, and I already feel like I should be doing more videos than just once a week in order to maintain the level of views that I think I should be getting, and so on and so on. But I you know, to do more videos in a week would take so much more time. It's just, I don't think it's possible, or at least not at the moment anyway. Maybe in the future, who knows. But you know, that the higher level of will be, I guess, the sort of the quality of the content that's being put out. You know, and sometimes I think to myself, well, maybe the modular is just too niche of a topic, you know, to get sort of larger views on videos or whatnot. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think anything really is too niche. It doesn't really matter what you think of. It's, you know, there are a lot of people out there that will be interested in that thing. And so, yeah, so I don't necessarily have a solution to this. And I guess this video is a little bit more of kind of like, not necessarily a rant. I don't think I'm ranting. Maybe I am. No, I'm not ranting. It's just an observation that, you know, I've come to notice, having reached this point now where I'm almost, I don't know what I'm on, like 1,800 and something subscribers. So I'm not far from 2,000 subscribers. I've been monetized, but the channel sort of has taken a little bit of a dip recently, and you know, noticing this pattern that if I'm not talking about gear, then the views will decline, and that seems to be what's happened. And you know, I guess I just wonder what other people's thoughts and opinions are on that, and you know, whether other people have experienced similar, if you are somebody who is making videos out there, and what you've thought or what you might do about it. You know, there are times when I think, oh, I should just, you know, not be talking about all this stuff that I'm talking about, and I should just start talking about specific modules or, you know, talk about gear, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, and I guess, you know, there is a part of me that kind of like wants to sort of reclaim some little space of YouTube where it is to talk about creativity and making music and so on, and not just to talk about you know, the latest module that's come out and what it does and what's amazing about it and so on. Yeah, so not such a long video today. A little bit of a confusing video, I think, maybe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and if you have found this interesting, then please do hit the like and subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, thank you. Cheerio.